guys, I'm the Real Casberry. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and if you are brand new here, welcome to my YouTube channel, and I am extremely excited to tell all of the humans and humans all of the brand new Reddit stories that I have seen and checked out this week. So, without further ado, let's get into it. The first one here is titled, Am I the A-hole for not giving a cupcake to a child who is not originally on the guest list? Judging based solely just off the title, I'm going to say yes, you are the a-hole. But let's get into this story, check it out, see what's going on here. Okay. Let's get into it. I, 24 female, recently returned to my hometown after being away for college and work. Okay. So far, so good. My grandma often hosts a potluck party where her 3 kids and their families can hang out. I'm a pretty good baker, and the couple of times I brought baked goods over, I got lots of compliments, especially from the kids. Okay. Not really sure where this is going. We're going to give her the benefit of the doubt so far. Okay. For the potluck we had last week, I promised to bake a cupcake for each and every kid. 8 kids, all under 9. Okay. The adults would get a 2-pound cake to be shared. I elaborately decorated the cupcakes and made sure that I made enough. I didn't have the energy to make extras. Okay. On the day of the party, one of my cousins brought her boyfriend and his kid Gina, 7 female, over unannounced. Okay. Ooh, this... Okay, so nobody knew that this kid was coming at all? Until the day of. Okay. So, Gina saw the cupcakes, and each kid got one, and wanted one too, so my cousin brought her to me to ask for a cupcake. I apologized and told them that all the cupcakes were spoken for, and that she was welcome to have a slice of the 2-pound cake, as it was the same flavor. Gina said that she wanted the pretty cupcake. My cousin then said that I should just give her one because she was sure at least one of the kids would not show up. Again, I refused, saying that I promised all the kids a cupcake and would feel awful if anyone had to miss out on the promised cupcake. My cousin then walked away with Gina. Okay. So she was right, though, as one of our cousins, girls, Amy, 8 female, was sick and couldn't come. However, her dad and older brother did, and the older brother asked if he could take the cupcake back home to Amy, and I said yes. Okay, so either way, the little girl still got her cupcake. It was for her. Okay, so this last cupcake was for a specific child, and you had specific kids in mind. Nobody knew that these extra kids were going to be there. This is a tough one because on one hand, you're making a baby girl sad, and that's not okay. But on the other hand, you're literally just keeping your words. So, my cousin and Gina were in the kitchen when I brought the cupcake inside to pack it up for Amy. When they saw me packing the cake, they asked about it, and I said it was for Amy, who was sick. Okay, so so pictures from the party were recently posted, and many parents posted pictures of their kids with my cupcake. My cousin sent me a message telling me that Gina was really upset that Amy, who wasn't even at the party, got a cupcake while she didn't. She said that I was an a-hole for hurting the little girl's feelings. I think I did the right thing giving the cupcake to Amy, as I did promise her one. Still, Gina was right there at the party, so am I the a-hole? This is honestly a difficult one, I'm gonna say. Because, on one hand, you had already promised a cupcake to Amy when, even whether she was sick or not, you promised this little girl Amy a cupcake already. You didn't know that Gina was going to be there at all. So it wasn't planned for her to show up and like ask for said cupcake. Um so the sad fact of the matter here is that this is literally just a case of OP trying to keep her word, which is never ever really a bad thing, but at the same time it also hurt one little girl's feelings. So if I'm being completely honest here, and I feel like this is going to be an extremely, like, differently viewed opinion. Personally, I feel like, yes, she did the right thing keeping her word to the little girl Amy. But she also could have made extra sweets and stuff, because there's always an assumption that somebody extra is going to show up. You can't ever just operate under the assumption that there's not going to be extra people, because most of the time that assumption is wrong. And what happens when we assume things, ladies and gentlemen? It makes an ASS out of both you and me. Correct or incorrect? So, like I say, this is just a personal opinion. But either way, if she had have made a couple of extra cupcakes, just in case there was extra kids, which would have been really the smartest thing to do in hindsight, would have been to make a few extra cupcakes just in case extra kids showed up. But at the same time, you never really know. So, should you have made a few extra just in case there was extra kids, specifically so that other kids would not have had their feelings hurt? Yes. But you also can't break a promise to a little kid. This is a tough one. I'm personally going to go with not half and half. You are half the a-hole. You are half the a-hole and half not the a-hole. You are half the a-hole for hurting this little girl's feelings by not making her feel unincluded, but you are not the a-hole because you kept your word to the other little kid and let her know that she is still special to you. So, yeah. Personally, I don't really know how to rate this one. Oh my gosh. Oh. Ooh, am I the a-hole for hurting my daughter's feelings? Oh heaven. I, 45 female, have 3 kids, Zach, 26, Jasmine, 24, and Lori, 21. This concerns my youngest daughter. Since Lori was a child, she's always tried to act like her older sister. Whatever Jasmine whatever clothes Jasmine wore, TV shows or movies that she watched, or music that she listened to, Lori copied her. If Jasmine had pizza for dinner, Lori had pizza for dinner. If Jasmine brought a light pink hoodie, Lori bought a light pink hoodie in the exact same one. Okay. Lori absolutely idolizes Jasmine. I don't really see much wrong with that. There was nothing Jasmine did as a teen that Lori didn't absolutely copy. Okay. My husband, 46, and I had hoped that Lori would grow out of it and start becoming her own person, but she never did. It did slow down when Lori went off to college and met new people, but the minute her and Jasmine got in touch, she immediately began copying her again, and it wasn't as bad as when she was a child, but it was still bad. Okay, so I don't really know how to go about this one. On Tuesday, we were having a family dinner when Jasmine came with her boyfriend, Ricky, 28. Okay. This would be the first time Lori was meeting him, and I honestly worried because she was absolutely known for copying her sister, and I was scared that she would go out and find a Ricky look-alike of her own. Oh, beautiful. Well, as dinner was going on, I watched closely as Lori engaged in deep conversation with Ricky, and they seemed to be having a good time. It was nice, and we were all in good spirits, so I decided to joke and told Jasmine to watch out because the next time she sees Lori, she's going to have a Ricky of her own. Jasmine and Lori both frowned at that and asked me what I meant. I chuckled and said that since Lori always copies you, it should come to no shock when she brings home someone that looks just like Ricky because she loves everything Jasmine has. Oh no. Lori had tears in her eyes and quickly excused herself and ran out of the house. That's warranted. Once she was gone, Jasmine called me an a-hole and quickly ran after her sister. I was confused by this because I was just making a joke. It's not like I was lying. Lori loves copying her sister, and everyone knows that, so I don't understand why she's mad when what I said was pretty true. So am I wrong for making the joke I did? Abso-fudgin-lutely. Yes, you are. But let's go to the comments. You're the a-hole. What was the point of your joke? What was the punchline? It's one thing to quietly notice your younger daughter's admiration of her older sister, and it's another thing to throw out that she's a copycat in front of a complete stranger. If this was a joke shared quietly between you and your husband, it's one thing. But to literally embarrass your daughter like that, where was the joke in that? And the fact that neither of your daughters understood the joke lets me know that you're probably exaggerating the copying, or your daughters just have a great relationship and similar tastes. Yeah. Yeah. I completely agree with that. The punchline was her daughter. She was literally making fun of her daughter and humiliating her for the laughs. I don't understand how she doesn't understand that her joke hinges on everyone laughing at her. Yeah. Also, like, there is anything wrong with looking up to your older siblings. This woman acts like Lori is just an unhinged copycat who thinks about her own kid, who thinks that way about their own kid, especially when the other sibling doesn't even seem to notice or care. Thank you! It was probably a less obvious growing up, as I am a girl and I have an older brother, but he was a mega super nerd back in the day, and he calls himself this. And I used to copy all the silly and fun stuff he was doing. Fighting with foam weapons, partaking in strange live-action role-playing games, all the video games, MTG cosplaying, AOL chat rooms, RPGs, even hung out with his friend group for a while. I was a serious girly girl, so definitely not as obvious, but it was 100% me looking up to him and his carefree, let's have a wholesome fun attitude. Yeah, I totally get that, and yes, ma'am, you are the a-hole. Judgment has been passed. The Romanian has spoken. You are the a-hole. I'm sorry. If I was your daughter, I would literally fight you. Oh, Lord. My wife said I'm giving her the ick. What did I do wrong? If you're giving your wife the ick, then possibly everything. So, backstory is, I've been very sick all week. I've been sick since Saturday, with throwing up and not being able to keep anything down. I couldn't even drink water and had to go to the ER to get 1.5 liters of saline. Oh my gosh. Oof. I still haven't eaten anything in over a week because it makes me sick when I do. Long story short, my wife, who hasn't really helped much around the house while I've been working from home and with sickness, I'm commission only, so I must work for income, said that me being sick is giving her the ick. What? Obviously, this rubbed me the wrong way, and when I brought up to her, she said that it's just very much changes our relationship seeing you myself this way, and she's not sure if she could be what exactly? What? What should dash can I do from here? Because I feel like I really didn't really do anything wrong. I never asked her for help or anything. I'm not sure why she feels this way. Throw the whole woman away. That's what you do. Oh my god. What the hell? Okay, if your wife says that you being ill is giving her the ick, no. No. So, I'm gonna be honest here. If you actually just caught some really yucky cold, and like a nasty flu, and instead of loving you and taking care of you and making you soups and making sure that you have like iced tea and trying to help make sure that you're okay and worrying about you and feeling, yeah, just flat out worrying about you and caring for you and hoping that you get better, if that is not your wife's reaction to just immediately want to care for you while you're not feeling well, then you need to throw the whole woman away. She is the problem. You are not the issue, my dear. Let's go to the comments and see what they think, because I want to see if they think I'm right. I love it when they call me right. She needs to spend less time on social media. Her algorithm has drifted into this toxic relationship section. Yes! This is probably closer to the truth than she would ever admit. His post history has r-dead bedroom. This isn't new. The relationship is in dire straits. OP, that is horrific thing for someone to say to someone that they love. Yes, thank you. You need to be in couples therapy or on your way out. Thank you. God forbid that at some point you are really ill and she would stand by you with cancer. Is she going to have the ick? I'm so sorry that this is happening to you. Yes. Exactly what I thought too. OP should prepare for the accusations regarding all the hot terms being peddled on SM. Gaslighting, narcissist, microaggressions, blah blah blah. Yeah, I love it when the commenters agree with me. I'm going to honestly say that you just throw the whole woman away. I have never wanted to do the divorce chant so hard. Actually, you know what? Just come over here, come pick up your Auntie Cass, and we're gonna go for a drive, and your favorite auntie is going to take a hold of this horrible, horrible, horrible woman, and we are going to take her, we are going to smash her right in the face. We're going to fight her. Or we are going to do the petty, petty thing. We are going to be very, very petty. What we are going to do is we are going to take all of the batteries out of absolutely everything that she owns that requires batteries. Yes, yes, we shall. And then we shall not glitter bomb her. No, 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 no. The glitter bomb is not enough. What we are going to do is we are going to get 2 pounds of powdered foundation. Thank you, thank you. I know it stains very well. We're going to get 2 pounds of powdered foundation. And what we are going to do is we are going to get cute little air compressor. Cute little air compression. You know those little things that they use for the BB guns and the airsoft guns? We're going to stick one of those in there with a little pin attached to a little timer. And when the timer goes off, the It will make the pin go into the little thing, and then it will make this beautiful thing that we have not wrapped very well, purposely for this reason. We're going to make sure that there's little slits in the box. Little slits, remember this. And then once the pin goes into this little air compressor, this little compressed air thing, it will make all of the powder foundation go everywhere, all over the place. Yes. And then she shall have to clean it up. But we have also stolen the battery for her vacuum cleaner, so she must clean it up with broom. Yes, yes, yes. But we shall not stop there. We shall take all of the pads out of all of her padded bras. Oh, I'm getting petty. Deliciously, deliciously petty. Ooh. Am I the bad apple for putting my dad in check? Oh heavens. For some context, I, 29 female, have had a rough year this past year. I was fired around the beginning of the year and decided that instead of jumping right back into the workforce, that I would stay at home, that I would be a stay-at-home mom. Okay. So for the most part, this worked out. And until I ran out of money. Okay. I panic when I think I don't have enough funds and become very ashamedly vocal about it to people I'm close to, and this includes my parents. Okay. Personal experience, never tell your parents too much about your funds. Anyway, I did end up finding a job later, but it was only part-time, so I wasn't making as much as I used to. Now, before all of this happened, I had been paying back my dad for some pretty big bills that had taken over for us. He told me that since I hit a rough patch, that I could stop paying him for a while. I took him up on this offer, but insisted that I would go back to paying once I was in a better spot. And I guess I got in my head that I would pay him back once I myself would have the money and not my husband, even though we're a team in all things including finance. Due to my job, I, though, never had the money to start back up on payments. Okay, let's fast forward to 2 days ago. I was talking to my dad and the topic of money came up. Okay. My car had gotten basically totaled, and we were deciding whether or not to get the car fixed or cash out a claim. I had already gotten a check from my insurance company for the initial assessment, but we needed more to actually fix the car, hence the conversation. During the conversation, my dad made a comment stating that he should have had the insurance company send him the check instead, and stated that he didn't trust me or my husband with the money. That threw me for a loop, and I tried to defend my husband, 36, stating that he's better with money than I was, and my dad brushed it off, stating that daddies are allowed to make snide comments like that. But my day was particularly ruined after that. I can only imagine. Oh, wow. I did get a chance to address the comment a couple of days later, in which I expressed how the comment hurt. I addressed that I might not be good with money, but that's why I'm not the primary moneymaker in the household. I stated that we would start paying him back and that we wouldn't be looking to him for financial aid for the time being. He did not take this well, stating that I was getting too free putting him in check. What? Getting too free with putting him in check. Oh, really? And it was meant as a joke. I told him that it doesn't matter if his intent wasn't to hurt me. I don't know, though. I thought that I handled the situation pretty well, but I didn't know if I should have approached it differently or if I was the bad apple. Absolutely not. Okay. Your intent originally was to pay your dad back. And you planned on paying your dad back as soon as you got a new job. So it stands to reason that once you started working again, you would start making the payments again, and your husband wouldn't have to pay your dad. I mean, I kind of get where your dad's coming from, being a parent and everything, and just trying to, like, parent you, but at the same time, you are a full grown ass woman. You don't need your daddy telling you what to do, and you really shouldn't have asked him for the money in the first place, but at the same time, I don't really know, because you shouldn't have borrowed the money from your dad. I'm going to personally say. Just, the only reason that I'm saying this is because at any point in time, if you owe your family anything, they are constantly going to hound you about it. And because they're your family, that's what they do. But anyways, I believe that we are out of time for the day. I love you guys, and please like the video if you like the video. Please subscribe if you like to see our videos on your home screen. And please, I would love to hear what you think about any of these stories down in our comments section. Please tippity tap with your cute little fingers and give me some information on what y'all are thinking. I love you guys so much. So please like the video, please subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe, it helps the channel out so much. And you have an awesome day. You are so beautiful. Goodbye.